Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Bo again. So, today we are going to talk about the new Trump evidence, what it is, what it means, and what it really means. Because the evidence itself, it seems kind of like it would be part of the investigation, but not really. So, if you've missed it, the National Archives has 16 records that they plan on turning over to the special counsel's office. They sent a letter to Trump basically saying, hey, unless you intervene in the courts, we're turning this over. It says the 16 records in question all reflect communications involving close presidential advisors, some of them directed to you personally meaning Trump, concerning whether, why, and how you should declassify certain classified records. Okay, so obviously this has to do with the documents case. I mean, that much is apparent, right? But there's something else here. For most of the time we've been covering this, it has seemed pretty apparent that the special counsel is looking at willful retention as a charge. You don't need this for that. You do not need this for that charge. This is not about investigating for that charge. This is for one of two other things. Either the special counsel's office has decided to pursue a more serious charge, or they're already prepping for the trial. When it comes to willful retention, it's basically, hey, you've got national defense information, give it back. No. Okay, you broke the law. It's really kind of that simple. And it's willful retention of national defense information, not of classified information. Those two things aren't the same. Information can be national defense information without being classified. You don't have to prove that the stuff was classified for it to count as national defense information. Therefore, it's not necessary to talk about his magical declassification process for willful retention. This is probably them looking at a more serious charge, or they're getting ready for court. And they're assuming that his defense in court is going to be what he has said in public. I will go ahead and tell you that isn't going to hold up. This seems like it would be material explaining how the declassification process actually works. Trump's, quote, standing order of declassifying anything that he takes from the room, that's not a thing. But if you're going to go to trial, and since he has repeatedly said this, I can declassify something by thinking about it. They're going to have to be prepared for that in court. But you're still left with that question. Why are they even worrying about it? Because they don't need to prove that for the charge that we have believed is most likely. Willful retention. They don't have to prove this. Sure, maybe they're just making it airtight. But I think the more likely answer is that they're looking for a more severe charge. And that may be why it is taking a little bit longer than expected. Because as far as willful retention goes, I mean, there was enough to charge on that publicly available, like shortly after the search. So your best explanation for this is that they're looking for a more serious charge, which there aren't many that would really require this. At this point, it seems like they're trying to demonstrate that he intentionally removed them. To do that, you would have to assume that the special counsel's office also has some motive as to why he did it. We don't know that part yet. But this information isn't necessary for the charges that we assumed were going to kind of follow on from the documents case. This would only be necessary for more serious charges. So we'll have to wait and see what he does, because he does have the opportunity to try to fight this in court. I don't think it will go anywhere. But he has that chance. I would expect that there might be some more surprises in this case. Because there's not a real logical reason for them trying to get this. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.